everyone, this is Shawn Smith with Animal. I'm here to talk to you today about joint health. So why is joint health so important? Well, you don't want to get injured like I did, torn quad, because obviously that's going to hold you back from training. But really, even if you don't suffer like a severe injury like I did, you don't want to go through a training session with pain. So the reason why joint pain occurs in the first place is usually because of some type of training aspect is wrong. Most of the time it could be form. So if you're doing an exercise or if you're experiencing pain on any certain movement that you're doing and your joints hurt, I would first look into any type of posture issue, any type of form issue that you could really break down and try to fix, so you can utilize that muscle properly during that movement. Going along with that, it's important to have a mind-muscle connection with any exercise that you're doing. So that means from the point that I put that load on my body, from the moment I unrack the weight or pick up the weight, that load should be placed on the muscle and should be felt in the muscle as opposed to the joint, and try to maintain that muscle connection throughout the entire set. Another thing that could also contribute to joint pain is load, excessive loading of an exercise. I think that's a very common thing that occurs. Again, going with not feeling the exercise in the muscle and feeling it more in the joint. I think if you lighten the weight and try to focus on feeling the muscle work instead of just lifting a certain poundage, that would probably be more beneficial towards your joints. Another thing that could occur is overuse of a joint. So a lot of times tendonitis will occur simply because the joint is being used too frequently. I know guys have trouble with their elbows a lot because they're constantly pressing and they're using their triceps, on shoulder day, on chest day, and on arm day if they have it, and they develop elbow tendonitis, which is just like an overuse injury. So when you're planning your training schedule, you want to make sure you have enough rest in between to where you're working that joint or the muscle, and you also want to contribute to frequency. So you want to make sure that you're not, or volume, sorry. You want to make sure that you're not doing too much training in 1 week on a certain muscle. With a sound nutrition plan, you can promote good joint health. When it comes to treating joint pain with nutrition, it's really about controlling the levels of inflammation. Too much inflammation is a bad thing. So we want to consume as many anti-inflammatory foods, things like fatty fish, leafy greens, nuts and seeds, olive oil, any type of fibrous vegetable. Berries are really high in antioxidants, which are anti-inflammatory. So you want to try to consume a lot of those foods and limit foods which are inflammatory, which are things like any type of processed foods, things high in sugar or unhealthy fats. Supplements can also help with inflammation in the body. Things like curcumin, which is turmeric, ginger root, ginseng, they can all help to reduce levels of inflammation in the body. They're also included in Animal Flex. So I usually take 1 scoop of this powder, or I'll take the pack if I want to take, if I don't want to take the powder. But Flex also includes the raw materials for joints and synovial fluid. So utilizing these almost on a daily basis has really helped me to in the healing process for my quad. The reason why joints, tendons, ligaments are so slow to heal is because of lack of blood flow. So anything that you can do to increase blood flow is going to promote better healing. So there's two things that I do on a normal basis that increase circulation of blood to promote healing, and it also reduces inflammation in the body. One of which is cardiovascular activity, which you should be doing in the first place. But when you're moving around, when your heart's beating faster, you're pumping more blood throughout your body. Your body's getting warm, so your blood vessels are dilating, so there's more blood flow to areas like your joints. So you're going to experience increase in healing just from doing cardio. The movement of the joint in and of itself is also going to stimulate the secretion of more synovial fluid, which is like the oil of your joints in your body. So the more you move a joint with no pain, the more you're going to encourage that synovial fluid release. The second thing I do is on a regular basis is sauna. So I sit in a sauna for usually about 20 to 30 minutes per day, just to increase the level of blood circulation in my body, also to increase my temperature. All these things dilate the blood vessels, and again, they just promote more blood circulation throughout the body, so nutrients can get where they need to go and to heal that area. So in summary, make sure that you're training correctly, make sure you're using the proper load, make sure you're not training a muscle group so frequently that your tendons start to hurt, or too much that your tendons start to hurt. That would be an indication that you need to back off. Eat lots of anti-inflammatory foods, eliminate the processed junk and the alcohol and the unhealthy oils that are going to increase the levels of inflammation in your body. Get a good supplement like Animal Flex, and also you could implement the sauna and cardiovascular activity to increase blood flow and healing.